Alright guys, welcome back to another operaomnia video where we are going to be looking into Cloud of Darkness' upcoming LD and BT weapon release that is releasing alongside with the Divine Brothers event. We're going to take a look into what her LD and BT weapon does, what the BT effect is going to provide for the party, and whether or not it is actually worth pulling for in this upcoming banner. So as always, if you guys do enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future operaomnia content. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's talk about Cloud of Darkness and her upcoming LD and BT weapon release. So first we're going to talk about her LD ability. So her LD ability, once she activates it, she cancels all enemies' break status, and then she has an AoE magic break plus an AoE HP attack that has 3 HP attacks altogether. She gets an increase in Brave potency by a tremendous amount, and she recovers Brave based on 20% of the total HP damage dealt in between those HP attacks, except for the last HP attack. She does have 150% stolen Brave, max Brave overflow, and she deals split HP damage. She grants herself the balance brought by destruction buff to herself for 12 actions, and she increases the darkness stacks by 5, which is the overhead that is above her. Now with her LD ability, if you use her LD ability over and over, she can actually go above the 5 stacks, and this is the only way that you are able to go above those 5 stacks is to use her LD ability. If you do it the normal way before she got her LD weapon, you were unable to do that, but with her LD ability you are able to do that now. With the darkness, which is the overhead above her, she does give herself a HP damage delta by 10% whenever she is at 5 stacks, and only whenever she is at 5 stacks. So as long as she is at 5 stacks, she will get that increase. Now the buff balance brought by destruction gives her an attack up by 20% and HP damage delta 20%. So now, including the overhead that she has and the buff that she grants herself, now she technically has a 30% HP damage delta. She also grants herself a critical brave damage delta 50% up in that balance brought by destruction buff. When inflicting break on the target, she nullifies action delay and grants an additional turn that does not contribute towards the total turn count except during the summon and or friend support. During burst mode, it only occurs once after burst ends, and inflicting break again during the additional turn will not grant another turn. Now when she counters, it turns into a 3-hit magic brave plus HP attack. She gets an increase in potency by a large amount, and she recovers brave to herself based on 30% of the HP damage dealt. Also, with her LD ability, she does recover 1 use to the insulating appendages. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that. To herself up to the base value of her skill. Now her call ability, which is the Great Aim Plus, makes it so that she is able to dispel 2 buffs on the target that she is targeting. Now her LD call ability, after she uses her LD ability, the call effects for the caller, which lasts for 3 actions, the caller receives a 20% attack up, a 20% HP damage dealt up, and a 20% critical brave damage dealt up. Now her BT weapon, which is one that people really appreciate for a few reasons, and we'll get into it here when we get into the should you pull part of the video. So her BT weapon equips her the BT ability called Ultra Particle Beam, which is a 15-hit AoE magic brave plus an HP attack. So she is able to do up to 199,998, and she deals split HP damage to all enemies. So she triggers the following burst effect for 5 actions. So any time that anybody in the team acts, Cloud of Darkness will perform the following attack to the target, and it only occurs once per turn, and it excludes counters. So she will do a 5-hit AoE magic brave plus an AoE HP attack. and it allows for 150% stolen brave, max brave overflow. She deals splits HP damage. She recovers brave to herself based on 30% of the total HP damage dealt. She increases the darkness stacks by 1, an additional +1 upon inflicting break, and she cannot initiate chase sequence. Now the follow-up attack will occur even during other characters' burst modes, and the same character's burst effect will only allow the latest Cloud of Darkness to perform the attack. Now, with Cloud of Darkness's her BT effect. So the one thing about her is definitely her follow-up attack, and that is the key thing that a lot of players appreciated about her, which makes her one of the key. It makes her a key friend support that a lot of people used her consistently in a JP side when she first got released, and even during the BT Plus era, she got used so much because of the amount of damage that she was doing with those follow-ups. Now, the thing that really kind of hurt her a little bit, if you brought her as a friend support, is that if she inflicted break, since she does get turn rate, she does actually kill one of the turns, 1 out of the 5 turns. If you are friends with the player, with the friend support player, she does kill one of the turns, which in turn would actually shorten the duration of the Cloud of Darkness friend that you are using. So you kind of have to, you kind of want to try to avoid having Cloud of Darkness break the target. If you can somehow manage that, then she will be like one of the best. She will be your best friend as a friend support, which is why a lot of people love her burst effect, is because of like the amount of damage that you could potentially do with her follow-up attack every single time that anybody on your team is doing anything. Yeah, I mean, like, people just go crazy with how much damage that she does, and especially if you have the right team setup. Like, if you want to put her with let's say Iroha, right? If you have Iroha's LD ability, or even if you have her as if you are using her LD call, like having that certain amount of brave to start off with for that friend Cloud of Darkness or your own Cloud of Darkness, it's just like, I mean, you're just asking for some crazy amount of follow-up damage on whoever it is that's actually doing any type of action. So it's pretty crazy, the amount of things that you can actually do with Cloud of Darkness. Now, with that being said, now that we have Core just adds way more on top of that. And like I said, like, if you bring a friend support card, if you bring your own card, I mean, the amount of shenanigans that you can do if you did pull for Core, and if you use his ability on card, can you only imagine the amount of follow-up damage between both Core and Cloud of Darkness together, if as long as you have her burst effect up, or even if you bring your own Core and then you bring a friend support Cloud of Darkness, the damage that you would deal would be freaking insane. The possibilities, just the possibilities that you can do with a Cloud of Darkness, just being on the team or just bringing her as a friend support, is insane. So I guess technically we are at the point where, as to whether or not should you pull for Cloud of Darkness. I mean, I guess we are. I guess we kind of transitioned into that part of the video. So yeah, that is one of the key features about Cloud of Darkness, is definitely her BT effect. The other thing about her kit is her LD ability, having the ability to have that instant delay. You know, having her LD ability and then having the instant use of a skill 2, which basically once you get it up to 5 stacks, you can delay the enemy. I think by what is it? I think it's by 2 or 3 turns, if I'm not mistaken, one of the two. So having the ability to do that is a big plus as well, for any of those who are wanting to use her not only for like the follow-ups, but also wanting to use her for delays. Like if you are needing a character that is able to cancel the enemy's break status, but at the same time you are wanting to charge up her skill 2 in an instant. If you get yourself into a tight situation that you need to delay the enemy, Cloud of Darkness is definitely an option for you right there, if you are needing to delay the enemy like in an instant. So that is another good option as well. The buff that she grants herself is also a plus for her, because it'll help her in capping out in damage. I mean, she will be doing some strong damage, not just with her LD ability, but like with the features from an LD ability helping out in her base kit. It's gonna help her out as well, because not only is she getting the 20% HP damage delta, but like whenever you have those 5 stacks, you get that extra 10%, so you'll be doing that extra little bit of damage. Now if you want to talk pairing her up with other characters, some good characters would definitely be Iroha. If you did pull for Iroha, she is definitely a solid option with Cloud of Darkness because of Iroha's LD ability, and the fact that you are able to retain a certain amount of Brave based on the amount of damage that you deal is actually a perfect match for her. A few other characters would be like characters that battery. Other characters that would support Cloud of Darkness would be any Imperilers, basically anybody that is able to basically support Cloud of Darkness in terms of like raising her attack, maybe a little bit of max Brave here and there, you know, anything that would help her to make sure that Cloud of Darkness is able to cap in damage so that she would not lose out in any damage, and at the same time Cloud of Darkness, you know, is doing her thing with a burst effect, those follow-ups, those delays and everything like that. I mean, you'd be good to go. So is she worth actually pulling for it now or waiting until her BT plus? In my opinion, it would not be a bad idea at all to pull for her kit now instead of waiting for her BT plus later on, because you are gonna miss out on such a good character, such a strong character with the amount of follow-ups that you are gonna be missing out with her BT effect. I mean, yeah, you have the option to use your friend's Cloud of Darkness and everything like that, but like just to have it in your roster would be a great addition. And believe me, like I did not have the resources at the time in my JP account when it got released in JP to get her BT weapon, so I was only able to manage to get her LD weapon, and I missed out on so much. But just using her, just using Cloud of Darkness friends just made me want her BT even more, and I missed out on such a great BT effect. And you know, it's definitely worth to pick it up now, so that way once a BT plus comes later here in the next couple of months, like, and you have the Ultimate book and the Ultimate ingots to BT plus her, I mean, you're pretty much set. You will have two BT effects, two BT effects for future usage, and then best believe she will be right back up there. Really, she doesn't really fall off in my opinion. She will still be there for you to use her once again, because of course there will be new toys, new characters and everything like that in between, like now and then, but like she will still be there for you to use from here today up until her BT plus release, and even a few months after her BT plus effect. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. What are your plans for Cloud of Darkness? How do you guys feel about Cloud of Darkness? Again, in my opinion, I definitely think she's worth it, but of course, you know how it is. I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do. It's your game. You know, you guys know exactly what it is that that you want to do and how you guys feel in terms of said character. I just give you guys my opinion on it. So but yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below on what it is you are going to do and how you feel about Cloud of Darkness with her LD and BT weapon. But other than that, if you guys did enjoy the video, consider liking the video and subscribing for future Opera Omnia content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video.